Hello YouTube. In this video we're going to take a look at the MacBook Pro 2007 once again. You can see it right there. And we're going to be performing the RAM upgrade. Now, these sticks are not matched, so I don't even know if this is going to work at all, but they're both DDR2. And they're the same density, and they're both 2GB modules, so we should be good. These machines are not that picky as long as you got the proper speeds. So let's just turn it over, pop the battery out, which is fully charged. It's not bulging, so that's good. You never know with third-party batteries, right? Okay, let's see. Got the proper screwdriver here. I think this one will do. I got a new screwdriver kit so I can take these Macs apart easier. I also use this to take apart my iBook G4 to upgrade a hard drive. Unfortunately, in the reassembly process, I made an error somewhere, or a cable came dislodged because it is charging but it's not turning on. So something leads me to believe that I didn't connect the connectors for the top case well enough, or they just completely sheared off, or well, popped off, I think, rather. Quite frankly, I removed the tape, so they can really shear off that much. And they're not that tight. There's actually quite a bit of slack in the cables on an iBook. There we go. Don't know why that screw was given a little fit there. So now we can just make sure that we pull these tabs here. A regular old switcheroo here. Also, I'm going to swap the camera battery, and I'll be right back. Alright, back to business. Now we need to pull the second module out. We'll probably have to pry it up a little bit to give it a hand. There we go. So now we put the new memory back in. Like I said, these are two different DIMMs. I ordered some memory from China, but it never showed up, so I'm going to ask for a refund in about a week or two. That's really when the eBay stuff expires. That is the final date that it should be delivered. Alright, let's put that in. And then we can put the memory cover back on. Put the screws back in. And by the way, I reinstalled macOS 10 Mavericks on here. Mostly because that's the operating system I first tested when I installed the SSD as well. And it felt really sluggish at first. El Capitan for some reason felt faster on it. But after using El Capitan for a while, I'm pretty convinced that Mavericks is probably better for the longevity of the hardware. I mean, it does get pretty toasty under El Capitan sometimes. The GPU has to do a lot of extra work to keep all the animations running smoothly. So let's pop that back in. You can definitely tell it's a knockoff battery because it doesn't always want to go in properly. There's this one corner where you really have to press it down a little bit. But, there we go. Now it wants to go in. Okay. Now we have to find out whether she posts it all with the new memory. There she does. Okay, so that's good. That's a good sign. Oh, by the way, I'm sorry about the scan lines. I have no direct way of fixing that on the camera, so... Oh, that's not good. Oh dear. We've got ourselves a kernel panic on our hands. Well, isn't that just peachy? For good measure, let's try turning it off and on again. I feel a troubleshooting video coming on. Or maybe my Mavericks install fucked itself, but nope, no, definitely not. VM page queues remove unmarked page, whatever. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it has memory. Well, that's interesting. We're right off to a good start. Oh god. I really hate having to go back to sellers on whatever platform and ask for a freaking refund. I mean, everyone just, well, most people at least try to at least be legit and sell you good stuff, but every once in a while, you just can't have it all. Right. So, I'm going to do this a little bit differently. I'm going to put the battery now back in. I pulled the Kingston module. Okay. So now I've only got one memory module. There we go. Now we're going to see if it's going to boot up with the Samsung module in. We at least know that that one's good. If it doesn't boot up again, then that module might be faulty. But for now, it appears that this Kingston is actually our problem. Let me log in here real quick. There we go. So now we're back to single channel, 2 GB of RAM. Yep, 2 GB of 667 MHz DDR2. Just like we had before. Okay, that's good. So now we're going to turn it back off again. This machine has a tendency to take a while to shut down. Okay. Come on. You can do it. There it goes. So now, let's move the camera back down again. Once again, pull the battery. Now we're going to remove the Samsung stick. Put in the Kingston. Double check the keying on the socket there. Put the battery back in. Yes, I'm taking you along for the full ride here. And no, I don't have anything better to do right now. At least, I'm convincing myself that that's the case. Yeah, I just saw it blink. Okay. Yeah, the indicator light is blinking. It's not going to run with that Kingston module. It's either completely dead, or it's just unsupported. And I'm going to go with dead. I don't have any other DDR2 laptops. By the way, just pull the battery first. There we go. I don't have any other laptops that take 2 GB DDR2 modules, so... I mean, I know these are not exactly matched, but apparently the density is also different then. Or the module is just faulty, it's dead, probably. That's what I'm guessing right now. So I guess we can't upgrade the laptop to 4 gigs yet. But at least we can now upgrade to 3 GB. I will contact the seller that one of the modules is faulty. And that'll be the end of that story. At least I know 100% of the original modules are completely good. So we'll just run the system with 3 gigs of RAM. Anything better than 2, I will just see what I can do about getting another 2 gig module. I might just order it, or just one 2 gig Samsung stick of BC6400S. And I think we should be good. For now, just going to put those screws back down, making all kinds of lovely noises. Yeah, this battery is not bulging, but it has some damage. It's just not been put together properly when they glued these cells back in the original casings. What do you expect? Chinese quality, right? Okay. Let's boot her back up again. I really don't know what causes these scan lines. It's probably a mismatch between the camera's refresh rate, or frame rate in this case. I don't know. And maybe it's just on my camera LCD, who knows. Okay, there we go. Now I can log back in. And there we go. About this Mac, yep, now we have 3 GB of DDR2 667. Let's give it a bit of a zoom there so we can see it a little bit better. With our 2.4 Core 2 Duo and NVIDIA E600M GT. That I've got a very nice fan curve for it, so it never overheats again. Even though it's a revised unit, I just want to keep it around for a while. Okay, well, that was the partial RAM upgrade at least. I wanted to say we doubled the RAM, but unfortunately we were not able to do so. And I'll have to investigate this stick of Kingston memory. I'm pretty sure that my Inspiron 9300, which is the only DDR2 laptop I currently own, will take 2 GB sticks. I'm pretty sure it only takes 1 gig. That's just the way it was back then. So I can't really test it on that. I'll give it a whirl. Maybe we'll find out whether it works or not. But my guess so far is that this module is just either completely incompatible or dead. There's no real way for me to actually find out what the case is. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video nevertheless. I thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.